Once upon a time, in a beautiful town called Merli, there lived a girl, a unique southern elf who, unlike other elves, had a head full of twigs. They called her Twighead. Twighead and her mother came from the land of Marga, the mountain of tree elves. And because of an unexpected war between the Volkyans and Margans, they left and traveled miles and miles until they found refuge in Merli. Twighead was born just like her race, and she grew up different than her peers in Merli. But despite their uniqueness, Twighead and her mother suffered as the town's abomination. Some called them freak, and others even called them demons, monsters. But of course, what they called her isn't true at all. Twighead is a kind, loving young girl who is optimistic enough amidst the discrimination they experience every day. One night, Twighead's mother became very ill. So Twighead ran to the herb house to buy medicine for her mother. But in her surprise, the herbman dragged her out and refused to serve her. The herbman called her evil and bad luck to his business. Twighead cried, but she never gave up. She asked help from other elves, but nobody wants to talk to her or even touch her. Because of Twighead's desperation, she snapped the twigs on her head. One by one, despite the pain, she removed all the twigs in hopes that the other elves will accept her and help save her mother. But despite all that, the elves in the town still refused to help her. Before her death, Twighead's mother asked her to start loving herself and made her promise that from that moment on, Twighead will stop trying to hurt herself just to please others. Remembering what her mother told her, Twighead started embracing who she is and loved the unique things about herself. And because of that, as time passed by, Twighead grew back her twigs, and it grew even more marvelously beautiful. Her twigs bear flowers, a beauty never been seen in the town before. She became proud of her twigs, and she became a role model to other elves who also experienced discrimination. It wasn't easy for her, but she learned to stand her ground by embracing her difference. Twighead became an inspiration, and she lived happily ever after.